Hello, and welcome to the world of ChatGPT. This is a very advanced, very sophisticated natural language processing bot. And what that means is it's able to communicate effectively with another human being. It was trained on a neural network, a lot of math and computational power went into making this thing possible. But basically, as far as it works, it's got a big database of information that it was trained on. And then it's got basically the computational equivalent of a brain on top of it to understand this information and new information coming in. And so it's got a rather large range of things that it can do. And I used it to help me break down some of those. You can summarize papers. So if you're going through something and you don't understand it, you can use it as a tutor. For example, there was something in this applications of data science video that I didn't understand, and it started asking or talking about recommender systems and things I wasn't terribly familiar with yet. And I took the transcript at the bottom and I pasted into the chat and I typed in help explain some of the topics like recommender systems in this video better. Video transcript better. And I can paste that in and it will go through and define things and try to explain them to you and figure out how they work. And not only will it generate information, but it'll also try to help make sense of information. We go back up, analyzing customer reviews. So you can paste in a lot of information and get a general feeling of what's going on with it. There are more complicated applications in which you can use their API to outsource the information. I'm not too versed in that yet or how that all works, but this is deployable. Continuality and or continuity in conversation. It does have a limit in this. For example, you can't have a very long conversation with ChatGPT. What ends up happening is it has a window, and it will remember this portion of the conversation, and it will start to forget everything towards the beginning. It doesn't remember it in as much detail. It has what's known as a context window. And so just like a human, it might differ a little bit, but it'll only remember as far back as here if you're up here at the top. And so when trying to discuss something with ChatGPT or trying to learn something and you need to go from here down at the very beginning all the way up to the top, what you'll end up seeing is something that looks more like this. You will have multiple conversations where you start at the bottom here and you'll arrive to an understanding here. And then what you need to do is be able to take that new understanding and apply it with a better prompt at the beginning. And that's why this line is segmented, but they don't all restart at the bottom, is because what you're doing is giving it more to work with to begin with to get higher. And then you might have to lose a little bit of progress, but you'll start again with a better understanding and you'll get higher. And you will reiterate this process where eventually you are headed in the upward direction. That is due to the context window and the limited understanding that it can retain over long conversations. And if I swap back, as you can see, I have many conversations with ChatGPT. I talk to it about all sorts of things. I try to use it for budget estimation, for estimations based off certain numbers to try to figure out how much it'll take to live in Arkansas. I had a conversation where we tried to adjust for cost of living factors. I've used it for video games. I've used it for cognitive behavioral therapy before. Emo songs, video game secrets, airline tickets, and different advice for different aspects of life, just to have a different sounding board to go off of. Um, and one thing to consider with ChatGPT is the prompt. The more information you give it, the better understanding that it has to work with. So much so that there are courses called prompt engineering that you can take that teach you how to best interact with an AI to get the results that you want. I think going through Coursera, chances are they charge, but some of these, oh no, it says for free. So you can literally take prompt engineering courses for free, and these are paid jobs if I'm not mistaken. Like, people look to hire prompt engineers, but it can still help you in your own curiosities and getting what you want out of the bot. For some reason, these are having a difficult time loading, seeing as they were quite a while ago. So maybe they're too old to load. No, unfortunately, the website does have some connection issues once in a while. A lot of people use it, and so it will have issues like right now where it's having issues refreshing. They generally don't last too long, but that's generally due to the site being overloaded. Um, but yeah, it has a lot of capabilities. You could use it in therapy for maybe just ideas of how to do something differently. You could use it to refer to clinical notes. It has passed medical exams on par with practicing doctors. It has passed bar exams. It can write code. It can do a lot of things. It is a little difficult to try to show you that when it is in the middle. Oh, there we go. There's some. So, pork shoulder. It can give you a recipe for how to cook it. It can give you ideas on what to cook based off ingredients. Um, I've used it as a tutor to explain different concepts to me, which I have somewhere. I used it to get car prices of what the current cheapest vehicles are. Here's the budget video, or the budget conversation, if it would load, where I gave it inputs and it kind of helped me calculate what the different costs I should be looking at are and what it would roughly cost me to live there. Here I actually had some examples of things to, emotion sharing, active listening, uh, for relationship issues. Just as an example, how should a therapist approach a situation where a client is not fully engaging in the therapeutic process? If you're just having a hard time with a guy and you don't know how to connect with him, maybe you don't need clinical help on that. And you just want some ideas on maybe how to crack a certain egg. Um, okay, I guess that was a reputation of it, or repetition. Here, I used it to crack open an app to see how it worked. I found the source code for the application and I pasted code into the chat, and it was able to explain the different things going on inside it and give me a breakdown of the code. So it's very versatile. It keeps tracks of your conversations. It has a contextual window. The only other thing I should probably mention is sometimes it does get things wrong, and the areas where it has trouble with tend to be almost the core of humanity. It's not very good at abstract thinking. It might take you a while to explain a metaphor. Um, the emotionality behind a subject might be a little elusive to it, because at the end of the day, while it's very smart and it is sophisticated and it can do a lot for you, it's not to be taken in place of actual advice as much as you can help it. This is a tool. that you as a therapist could apply your lens to see what's useful and what's not. You could use it in your own life to budget. You could use it to plan trips for vacations. It is a great secretary to your life where you make the ultimate decisions and everything, but it helps you explore your options. It helps you stay aware. It can give you new insights. It can help you be creative, and it can even simply just do menial tasks for you. Help me create a list of things I can do to have a healthy and positive start to the morning. Give me 20 items. Oh, something funny happened there. But we just went ahead and reloaded the question. Wake up early, stay hydrated, meditate, exercise, and so it can just as much help you with things that aren't as risky as, say, therapy or medicine, but it is very capable, it is very intelligent, and if you have any more questions or any ideas of how to use it, explore it, and the more you use it, the more you'll know. And as you can see, I use it a whole lot. It's helped me figure out that data science was a possible course. It helped me figure out that maybe I should look for remote work. And just having conversations with it has helped educate me, and it's been a very useful tool in my life, and I'm sure it can be in yours as well. So I wish you the best of luck, and I hope this helped.